we want to say thanks for joining us for entertainment. And now let's go beyond the music, dance, box office, and thrills that flow from the entertainment industry to get deeper and more meaningful insights into the minds and hearts of the players. And before we start, we have a special guest coming in. But before we start, I want to share with you guys our hot topic for today. And we're going to feature the latest episode of Let's Talk Relationships, the panel that was hosted by DJ KTE and Lady Misty discussing the topic of cliteracy. And we're going to roll a clip real quick. All right, so while the clip's about to air, I want to share this quick quote with you guys. And it's from Carolia Walters. And it states, if we change society's scripts about what sex is and how it should, we can increase women's sexual satisfaction. And this is by Satisfaction Guaranteed author. And guys, if you guys don't know, let me tell you a little bit about LTR, or Let's Talk Relationships. It's hosted by DJ KTE in New York and Lady Misty in Jamaica. This is where they look at relationships from all of the angles, from hot topics to taboos, marriage, dating, parenting, family, business, love, sex, and emotions. Relationships explored with open minds and hearts, no judgments, love only. Where you guys can tune into LDR, it is Monday nights at 9 a.m. EST right on UME Radio. Join nightly for a diverse panel as they delve into varying issues affecting couples and family life. We share our own experiences, stories, thoughts, ideas, and a whole bunch of different perspectives. However, we want you to do your own research, be a free thinker, and follow your own insights as you build relationships. If you guys have any questions, you need help with your relationship, just email them at ltranswers@gmail.com. All right, guys, so let's get into the short clip that we have from last episode called Cliteracy.
Ladies, again, welcome to this Let's Talk Relationships. I'm the only male here tonight, so I'll be doing a lot of listening.
So at Fetish, we aim to assist individuals.
Thank you to UME Radio and all the listeners out there who are coming out to hear this kind of challenging conversation, this fun, yes, cool, important conversation, but still one that, might make folks feel a little nervous. So thank you for being here and doing that. I am a romance writer, and my brand image focuses on cliteracy. Latest release is Satisfaction Guaranteed. It's hit Amazon Top Romances of 2021, and it is about two women who co-inherit a failing sex toy store.
What's the ratio like that men to women that come to you, and 60. How do they treat with the information that you're given?
The number one thing to succeed in that the ratio is 60-40. Women being 60, men being 40. So it's all about being inclusive with your partner.
For education purposes, let me just put it all out there. So how the clitoris is set up, and probably Curly, you can just show them that thing again. Okay. So when you look inside, you see that space right there? That's like the space for the penis, basically. You see those things on the side? That is what you call the vaginal walls. Or that is the vestibular region that they're talking about. And that part also forms part of your pleasure. So can you imagine you are creating the right fiction there?
All right, guys, let me know what you guys think about that. From an entertainment standpoint, I think it's absolutely awesome. Sex ed is completely needed, and I feel like, as we're all adults here, most of us, we're all adults, and I feel like it is important topic. It's educational, it's interesting because it's not talked about. Let's be honest, it's not talked about. It's what should be talked about, and it's interesting to know from a male perspective and a female's perspective. And I love how in that clip it said 60% women, 40% men when it came to that to that area, the clitoris. And I think it's absolutely amazing. And if you guys missed it, before our other special guest came in, I want to introduce. Give me one moment, guys. Good morning, just tuning in. Hey, Ash. Hey, Ash, how are you? How are you doing this morning? I want to briefly highlight our previous show, Get Fit with DeAndre Burrell, and his topic on alcoholism. And, you know, from him being an NFL pro, I think it's absolutely enlightening, and it was really moving when I was listening to it. And I'm glad that he talked about it on UME Radio because it's absolutely needed, and we don't hear about that topic. We don't hear about the internal issues that a lot of NFL pro players deal with. And moment. And Satin Brownie says, yes, true. I know about that. We also have Ash. I'm doing good, beautiful. I hope all is well with you. Yes, it's all is well. Thank you. But let me know what you guys think about that video about Cliteracy. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know if it's a topic that the radio really should be discussing. If you're excited that UME Radio and LTR discusses topics like this, because let me tell you that is a part that needs to be worked at. It needs to be reviewed time and time again. And I'm just going to say, like, not every woman is the same. So you can't be doing the same thing for every, you know what I'm saying? Our show's PG, so I'm going to keep it relatively PG. Go to LTR Monday nights, 9 p.m. EST to get more in deep with it. But that's my take on it. Let me know what you guys think about it. We have Finding Happy that says, yes, I love that topic, and it was very informative. Finding Happy, how did you feel about it? Besides it being informative, what information did you grasp from it? How would it, let's say, improve your life, change your life? Let me know in the comments down below. And Ash, you could talk about that too. I know you could talk. We could talk behind the scenes too. But let me know if it's needed. Finding Happy says, I learned a lot. There was so much that I didn't know. Oh, yours truly, Ash says, I'm extremely late. I wish I caught that conversation. And Satin Brownie says, very empowering. All right, Asha, let me tell you a little bit about it for those that are just tuning in. What I was talking about was our show on Monday nights called Let's Talk Relationships. And this is where we talk about all different topics across relationships, dealing from love, sex, business, emotions, and you explore everyone's minds and hearts. And there's no judgment. There's love only. And we dive deep into all those topics. And latest episode was talking about cliteracy. And we had a guest author, Karili. Yeah, I think I'm saying her name right. If I'm saying your name wrong, hun, I'm so sorry. But she's author of Satisfaction Guaranteed. We have MIM Masterclassing. I truly value that show. I have learned so much about myself and relationships. Totally.
Ladies, again, welcome to this Let's Talk Relationships. I'm the only male here tonight, so I'll be doing a lot of listening.
So at Fetish, we aim to assist individuals.
Thank you to UME Radio and all the listeners out there who are coming out to hear this kind of challenging conversation, this fun, yes, cool, important conversation, but still one that, might make folks feel a little nervous. So thank you for yes, being here and doing that. I am a romance writer, and my brand image focuses on cliteracy. Latest release is Satisfaction Guaranteed. It's hit Amazon Top Romances of 2021, and it is about two women who co-inherit a failing sex toy store.
What's the ratio like that men to women that come to you, and 60. How do they treat with the information that you're given?
The number one thing to succeed in that the ratio is 60-40. Women being 60, men being 40. So it's all about being inclusive with your partner.
For education purposes, let me just put it all out there. So how the clitoris is set up, and probably Curly, you can just show them that thing again. Okay. So when you look inside, you see that space right there? That's like the space for the penis, basically. Basically, those things on the side, that is what you call the vaginal walls. Or that is the vestibular region that they're talking about. And that part also forms part of your pleasure. So can you imagine you are creating the right fiction there?
All right, guys. So I want to mention, and that is a replayed clip that we just aired about last Monday's episode called Cliteracy. And I want to share some comments with you guys because things can get pretty heavy out there. All right. So we have some comments that said, from Finding Happy, True, how do we learn about our body? We have Shane Haslam says 45 minutes before orgasm. That's like driving on the toll from St. Anne to Kingston. Again, he is from Jamaica. So anyway, it's about 45 minutes to reach that. We have Finding Happy again saying foreplay, more play, and aftercare. Yes, aftercare. Please repeat. And yes, we have Finding Happy that says how you treat your partner in general has an effect on your sex life too. Let me know if you guys think about that. What you guys think about that. All right. We have Larry Burke that says it is important to take time to learn your partner's body. And that is indeed true. Because we're all different, right? We're all humans. We're all different. We all have, same parts, but our brains are completely different. And we respond to things differently. All right. So with that being said, I also want to highlight really quick Britney Spears. Because we did talk about it, and it was on the front page of the New York Times today. So I want to highlight what's going on. Now, this is going to be brand new and fresh. This is coming from CNN News. And this was updated just yesterday at around 8 o'clock. So this is, as of right now, the most updated that I have seen. So here it goes. It goes, here's how Britney Spears' conservatorship came to an end. And thank you again, CNN News. So we have singer Britney Spears has been freed from her conservatorship following a ruling Friday from LA County Superior Court Judge Brenda Penny. The court decision follows months of legal maneuvers and calls from Spears' liaison of France to hashtag Free Britney. Storm CEO, good morning, Storm. How are you? All right, so here's what's happened. So for more than a decade in the making, after 13 years, Spears' conservatorship is over. Spears thanks her fans by sharing a video that says, "Good God, I love my fans so much. It's crazy. I think I'm gonna cry the rest of the day. Best day ever. Praise the Lord. Can I get an amen?" Spears wrote on her Instagram. As well as it's known as a monumental day, her attorney held a news conference following the termination of her conservatorship, and her attorney stated that as of today, effective immediately, the conservatorship has been terminated as to both the person and the estate. This is a monumental day for Spears. In terms of Spears' future, Rosengart, her attorney, said, "What's next for Britney?" And this is the first time this could be said for about a decade, is up to one person, Britney. We have her fiance saying Britney is free. History was made today. We have also a safety net set up. Addressing the court, Rosengart said a safety net will be in place for Britney finances and her personal care after a LA judge terminated her from the conservatorship on Friday. And they also want to credit the hashtag Free Britney movement. Rosengart praised the hashtag Free Britney movement in helping to lead to the suspension of the singer's father as her conservator. It's been a lot of hard work. It's been intense. I am proud. Britney's proud. And also said, I think the support of the hashtag Britney movement has been instrumental to the extent that it has allowed my firm to carry the ball across the finish line. I thank them as well. All right. We have Mim masterclassing. It's crazy. I know. You know what? I'm so glad that she's free. She is absolutely free. All right, guys. So let me know your thoughts on this, what you guys think, how you guys feel. We have another comment that says, I'm not sure. It just says Facebook users. So whoever typed the comment, please also type your name so I'm able to shout you out. But this Facebook user says, this info brings to mind as a former teacher in the NYC public schools. When I taught health in 2009 high school, a group of ninth graders and even some in the upper levels, they were so behind in understanding about their body. As I broke down their private organs and their function, also had visual to support it. They were quite in awe of their bodies and its functional ability and how God uniquely designed it. It is great info, certainly needed in this time and beyond. And guys, that comment was in regards to our LTR last episode that I talked about earlier. And if you guys don't know about LTR, it's Let's Talk Relationship show on Monday nights at 9 p.m. EST right on UME Radio. And okay, so that user that had that comment about teaching in New York City public schools, that was Apostle Faith. Thank you, Apostle Faith, for that. It is very important. Okay. I'm not sure why it's saying that either. I'm not sure. We'll take a look into that. But I've heard that's been happening around, so I'm not too surprised on that. All right. Another comment that's coming in saying you are in a group that may be private. Okay, ma'am. Okay, thanks, ma'am. We'll get that checked out. And I do want to say, guys, I did have a special guest that was coming up. His name is Mike Smalls, and I think he was having issues coming in. So if you guys were expecting to see him, I just want to say that sadly he was not able to come on to today's show, but this is not over because we will have him at another time because he is an amazing poet and I really do want to speak to him. Guys, it's him to wrap up. Okay, guys. So, guys, if you guys have liked what we're talking about so far on Entertainment Now, this show, guys, where we talk to you and we go beyond the music, the box office, the entertainment, and we get into the minds and hearts of our players, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Click that little notification bell so you'll be notified when we go live and we upload a new video, guys. And if you guys, we could see, okay, if there's 20, 30 people you on, there should be 20, 30 likes, okay? So just click that little thumbs up, just like that, Okay, guys, I love you guys. We have to wrap up here. And let's get to our spotlight.
The name of my book is Reborn. And Reborn is a story, a personal story about my journey from a place of despair to fulfilling God's purpose in my life. I have gone through a lot of challenges, a lot of, things that happened to me in my childhood all the way to my adulthood. And the Lord impressed on my heart to write my story, to share with others. Because, one thing about me, I'm transparent. And I believe when you share your testimony is to help somebody else get out of their situation. Because a lot of us go through a lot of changes, a lot of challenges in life. Especially, I grew up in the church world, a very strict environment, very religious environment. And it had a lot of, stressors in my life. I didn't know who I was as a little girl. I grew up with parents. My father was a pastor, and I was totally lost in this church world. I didn't know who I was, or if I was worth anything, or if I had any type of purpose in life. So my vision about God was so warped because I never thought God loved me the way they presented it. So I was a very lonely young lady. I had a lot of low self-esteem. So I was just really trying to maneuver and to find my way, through life. So it was God who helped me through the process, even though I wasn't focusing on Him as much. I want to share something, and chapter 2, page 17, Forsaken. I just want to read a little excerpt of it. And it says, in 1975, as I attended middle school and the family moved to a large 4-bedroom apartment building, was at this situation things began to worsen for me. For instance, I was punished a lot. At times I never understood why. My father never believed that Christians told lies. For instance, if someone from the church would report to him that they saw me somewhere and was doing something wrong, I would deny it. However, I would be told that I was a liar and receive the beating for it. So I became so tired of constantly being blamed and beaten for situations where I didn't have any idea. So I tried harder to be good, but notice each time I tried, it wasn't enough. And I realized that each time I would speak things, my mother would tell me to be quiet. And after a while, she developed a resentment to me. And, so I struggled a lot to be a part of a family. I struggled a lot to be seen. I struggled a lot to be loved. And this book is to help others who are struggling to find out who they are and find out their identity and who they are in God and whose they are, because it's so important to find who you are, you find yourself, because once you know who you are and knows whose you are in God, your life changes, and then you're on a path where you're evolving and growing and building, and you are increasing in self-esteem. And the more you understand yourself, is the better you are how to handle situations in your life and even handle people, to work with people and to really learn how to be empathetic, learn how to, reach out in some way, shape, or form, and to be where, can be there in the moment with that person, because you understand where they're coming from, because you see a lot of what they're being challenged with is the same thing that you were dealing with in the past. So when God delivered me, I was able to share this story in order to help others to heal. I'm coming from someplace, a place of darkness. A new me came forth, and I'm like, God, this is a powerful title, because it sends a message, that when God rejuvenates your life, it's like you're into a new person. You're very different. It's like you're starting over again from scratch. It's like, wow, it's a new day, a new dawn. So this title was so fitting for my journey and where I came from.